Edinburgh Quay was a huge project for British Waterways in Scotland. It was about really beginning to change the focus from being an engineering business that had restored a canal, a redundant canal, and in particular in Edinburgh in a no-go area, to actually beginning, I think, a very brave, aspirational regeneration approach. So we handpicked, took a lot of time to think about who we would partner with, and we picked Miller Developments. And we picked Miller Developments for many reasons, but the proof is in the pudding. And at the end of the day, after multiple phases, we've created something very special in Edinburgh Quay, and something that will last the test of time. Well, Miller Developments were a very important partner for us because British Waterways in Scotland, as I said, was an engineering business. People expert in canals, people expert at restoring infrastructure, but no experience, very little experience of the property market, of creating places round about canals. So we had to be very careful about who we picked, and people with credibility, but also people who couldn't just develop a place but actually do it in a manner where we would create a place, we would be, would satisfy many stakeholders, whether it was government or local communities. So we wanted someone with a track record and capability and talent, to work with us as a public sector agent, but someone who had all the skills of the private sector to work in harmony with us, and Miller Developments were that team. They've been exceptional for us. We've had our moments, all partnerships do, like good marriages, but there's, beyond doubt, it's been a huge success. Phase 1 was a huge success, Phase 2, even in very difficult market conditions. And I have to say that when I joined 5 years ago, Edinburgh was a very tough city to crack. They didn't see the potential of the canal, to be completely honest. But now that they see Edinburgh Quay Phase 1 and Phase 2 and the place that's now being created, they are very excited. It's stimulated, Edinburgh's canal quarter. First time Edinburgh's ever talked about the canal in a very positive way. And it's not just the canal, it's opening up a whole new area in Fountainbridge that I say 5 years ago would have been a no-go area, and today is the beginnings of a thriving, developing place. And now we're in a position where we want to think about the future. We've created really early success over 5 and 10 years, but for me joint ventures could be much longer than that, and that's what our aspiration is. And I've spoken to our group property director, and he uses words like very capable, very commercial, but equally empathetic, able to put themselves in our shoes, appreciate the challenges that we face as a canal business, as a public sector organisation. Not many hard-edged developers can take that view, but Miller certainly has. Well, I've worked in many local authorities and property departments and set up many joint ventures, and I've seen many joint ventures pass by the wayside. Everyone is able to convince themselves that they can perform and deliver, up front, but the real test is when it gets to, delivery, and particularly through, hard economic cycle. What we've had with British Waterways and Miller Developments, and what I've seen in Miller Developments from the team and from the top to all the folks that we've dealt with, are people who can stick with it. And I would have no difficulty at all, in picking that relationship up and transferring anywhere else. I think the meetings and conversations we have throughout this year, I think will establish, a relationship for the long term, not just in Edinburgh. I can see possibilities beyond Edinburgh for Miller Developments and British Waterways Scotland. And of course, it's a hugely exciting time for British Waterways, and we will be restarting in all our joint venture activities. So for us, it's a very exciting time, and I genuinely hope that Miller Developments can be part of that.